Hey there, ghouls and ghosts. I'm about to take you on a journey that'll have you questioning reality. We're diving headfirst into the Lindley Street haunting, a case that rocked Bridgeport, Connecticut back in the 1970s. Strap in, because this is about to get real weird, real fast. Are you ready to explore one of the most infamous hauntings in American history? Let's go! All right, let's set the stage. It's 1974 and the Goodin family is living their best life in a cosy little house on Lindley Street. We've got Gerard and Laura Goodin, their 10-year-old adopted daughter Marcia, and a frisky little cat named Misha. Everything's peachy keen until it's not. One day things start getting real weird. Objects start moving on their own like some invisible toddler is having a tantrum. Doors slam shut, pictures fall off walls, and the family is like, what the heck is going on? So, the Goodins are freaking out, right? I mean, wouldn't you if your house suddenly decided to come alive right before your very eyes? They're hearing weird noises at night, like something scratching at the walls. And let me tell you, it's not the cat. Objects are flying across the room like they're auditioning for a paranormal circus. One night, Gerard wakes up to find a 200-pound refrigerator ominously stationed in the middle of the kitchen. The question remains, how does that happen? Did the fridge suddenly develop legs and decide to take a midnight stroll? Something seriously ominous is going on. The family is scared out of their wits, and honestly, I don't blame them. Now, when you've got a haunted house problem, who are you going to call? No, not Ghostbusters. They don't exist yet. You call Ed and Lorraine Warren, the most highly regarded paranormal investigators in the United States. For several decades, these two have witnessed it all, from possessed dolls to demonic nuns. They arrive on Lindley Street and quickly begin to prepare for this significant investigation. The Warrens meet with the family, set up recording devices and remain clear and alert. And let me tell you, they're not disappointed. They witness objects moving on their own, hear disembodied voices and even claim to see full-bodied apparitions. Ed Warren's like, this is one of the most significant cases of ghostly activity I've ever seen. Coming from a guy who's dealt with Annabelle, that's saying something. Objects aren't just moving anymore, they're straight up levitating. Marcia's toys are playing by themselves, which is both awesome and terrifying. The cat, Misha? It starts talking. It spoke in clear English in front of a number of witnesses. The Goodins are living in a real-life horror movie, and there's no director yelling, "Cut!" The media descends on Bridgeport like a swarm of supernatural hungry locusts. We're talking newspapers, radio shows, even TV crews throughout Connecticut and New York. Hundreds of people are camping out on the street, hoping to catch a glimpse of a flying toaster or an armchair moving on its own accord. The police, needless to say, were baffled. They show up expecting to investigate a park of some sort. However, nothing could be further from the truth. One police officer, whose account has been documented, actually sees the refrigerator move on its own. Another officer hears the cat talk. Can you imagine writing that in your police report? The officer was deeply concerned as to what he should document in this particular case, with the fear that he might not be believed by his supervisors. The skeptics come out in force, armed with their logic and their science and their boring explanations. Others are trying to explain it away with science. Oh, it's just the house settling, or it's electromagnetic fields messing with people's brains. Yeah, because AMF totally explains a talking cat in a fridge doing the cha-cha slide. But hey, I get it. It's hard to swallow. So what happens when the dust settles and the ghosts, well, maybe not move on, but at least calm down a bit? The Goodin family is left to pick up the pieces of their lives. And let me tell you, those pieces are scattered all over the place. The media attention dies down, but the memories don't fade. The family's got to live with what they experienced, whether it was real, imagined, or something in between. And the house on Lindley Street, it becomes a part of paranormal lore, right up there with Amityville and the Enfield poltergeist. It's a reminder that sometimes The line between the normal and the paranormal is thinner than we think. Here's the troubling fact about the Lindley Street haunting. We may never know the whole truth. Was it really a poltergeist? A hoax? A mass hallucination fueled by media hysteria? The questions linger, like a ghost that just won't move on to the other side. And maybe that's what makes this case so fascinating. It's a mystery that keeps us coming back, keeps us wondering, what if? And there you have it, my friends, the chilling tale of the Lindley Street haunting. Whether you believe in ghosts or think it's all a load of nonsense, you must admit it's one fascinating story. So what do you think? Was the Goodin house really haunted, or was it all just smoke and mirrors? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you've got any spooky stories of your own, share those too. Until next time, keep it weird and watch out for those talking cats.